Hello YouTube, it's Mr. Magz here, and we did it. We finally made it to 2019. And for today's video, I thought I would look back at what I personally consider to be the biggest game, the most important game that came out for me personally of last year, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Now, I know it's only been out for not even a month yet at this point, but I think it's safe to say that this is my personal favorite Smash game. The controls seem so tight. The game modes are all there. All of the characters are just in their best form they've ever been. Like, almost everything I could have possibly wanted was in this game. And I thought it would be interesting to go back to shortly after the initial announcement back last March. I made a 3-part video detailing all the things I personally would want to happen in Smash Ultimate. I didn't get them all right, but there was some stuff I didn't predict that got in. There was some stuff I predicted that just blew out of the water of everything I could have possibly imagined. So like, I thought it would be interesting to go back over that list and just kind of briefly talk about what I got right, what I got wrong, like what they did add that just made my wildest expectations even better. So yeah, let's start that now. So the first video I made was about the characters. Obviously, the Inklings were already announced in that trailer, and I also the other characters I actually predicted would be Springman / Ribbon Girl, either or both, a Zelda champion, just some other character from Breath of the Wild, preferably like Daruk or Urbosa, like one of the champions or all the champions together, or just some character from Breath of the Wild having representation in the game. I was kind of right with how, in that broad sense, with Link having his Breath of the Wild tunic, but as far as a straight up new character from Zelda goes, that did not happen. Next, Decidueye. Decidueye didn't get it either, but Incineroar did, which Incineroar, he is a Smash character. There are some characters that get it and like they're really fun to play with, but like they just don't have the same kind of essence of a Smash character that like Captain Falcon or especially Incineroar do. And Incineroar, he's one that I wasn't really excited about. Like there were rumors and stuff happening before he was announced that like I wasn't really excited about him. But now after playing him for a while, I I love the fact that he's in this game. Oh, and to go back to, I kind of glossed over Springman Ribbon Girl. I think Springman's an assist trophy, and you have Ribbon Girl as a Mii costume, but they're not actually in the game. At this point, I don't think they're going to get it even as a DLC. My shot in the dark, just wild expectations, was Wonder Red. Obviously, that didn't happen, but we did get Ridley, we did get Simon Richter, we did get King K. Rool. Like, I think every single one of the newcomers, I just love playing as. I'm not great with Simon and Richter yet. I'm still kind of working out like exactly how to do all their combos and how to actually not die by falling off the stage, but like, as far as just playing with them, they're still really fun. And the other big guys, I love playing with K. Rool and Ridley, and of course I already said Incineroar, so like, would I have loved to have the Decidueye or Wonder Red? Of course. But I'm not going to say this game is bad because these characters aren't in. And while I wasn't actually expecting Wonder Red to get in, it was just, if I were to have one character in, it would be that. It would be Wonder Red. And then I said, as far as newcomers, or as far as characters that weren't in the last game, Wolf and Ice Climbers, I really wanted them to come back. And yeah, they came back in spades with Pichu and Young Link and Snake and everyone else who had ever been in a Smash game before came back in this game, which, yeah, that was just so exciting. Like, I loved playing as Young Link in Melee. I liked regular Link more, but I still like playing as Young Link. And I liked the little things they did to make Toon Link, Young Link, and Link vary enough from each other to make them feel like different characters enough to, you can, just depending on your play style, you can easily pick one or the other. They don't just feel like the same character across all three. So I really like how they did that. And Ice Climbers feel as weird and good as ever. And Wolf is better than ever. I like how he has the Fox slash Mario, that just standard kick with the aerial. I just like the power he has with all of his moves. He doesn't like feel overpowered, but I feel like he has the right balance for the type of character he is. And for how much I love playing him in Brawl, he was pretty much my main in Brawl. I wouldn't necessarily call him my main in this game, but I still love playing with him. And then another thing with the fighters is that I predicted, or at least wanted them to somehow like consolidate fighters that were very similar. Because in Smash 4 they had Lucina, Dark Pit, and Dr. Mario kind of in their own separate section, excluded from their franchise because they were added as separate characters late in development. Originally, they were going to be just costumes or alts, kind of like Alpha and Olimar, but they decided to make them their own characters. And I said, in order to not take up a space, I would want them to, to go back to not go back to how they were originally going to be and just take up the same spot as Mario, Lucina, and Dark Pit. And yeah, and again, they did that in spades because now they've labeled Lucina and Dark Pit and a bunch of other newcomers as Echo Fighters. You can't consolidate Mario with Dr. Mario because I feel like they made Dr. Mario different enough from Mario so that now he's not labeled an Echo Fighter anymore. But Dark Pit, Lucina, Daisy. Daisy is one character I would not have wanted at all before now. Just I do not like Daisy at all. And I felt it would have been, not like blasphemous. I felt it just would have been. I would not have been hyped at all for her announcement in Smash Ultimate. But now that she's an Echo Fighter, it just feels okay. She's not like taking up a slot because she didn't take much development time like to make her, and they just acknowledged she's exactly like Peach, so they just copied her moveset over onto Daisy. So I feel that is how you add characters like this who wouldn't necessarily have their own moveset. And also, if you want to, you can stack Echo Fighters. You can stack Samus and Dark Samus. You can stack all these characters that way. If you don't like Echo Fighters, they're not taking up a slot anymore. So I just really, really like how they handle the clone fighters in this game. It seems like I said before, with all the different links, with all the characters who could be considered clones, they differentiated them enough so that way now you can still kind of get the same feel from these different characters, but like Fox and Falco are now very, very different. All the links, they have similar moves, but like they still feel very different. Luigi and Mario are now like drastically different. Like pretty much every single pair of clones feel so drastically different that I feel they just did a very good job just handling clones in general. And the clones they added, they labeled them as echoes, so it just kind of feels okay. So yeah, I love how they did that. Next up, the story mode. Now I said I wanted a more expansive story mode. I wasn't expecting something to the extent of Subspace Emissary, but what we did get was still just I haven't finished World of Light. I haven't even really scratched the surface. I think I've collected like 100 spirits, but there's like over 1,000, I think, so I'm not even close to being done. I've only unlocked like less than 10 of the fighter characters in World of Light mode. So like, I still have a long, long ways to go with that story mode. But yeah, even if it is just you fighting over and over again, the scenarios are greatly varied. Um, the just like the way the world you interact with the world, the way you have to like collect certain fighters in order to get to certain areas on the map. Like one place says you can't get to yet unless you have a sea captain or whatever. Or there's some places where like you have to have certain fighters to enter like that fighter's area. Like I like the way this world was built around collecting these characters, backtracking. Like it it it's not at all what I was expecting for story mode, but it's exactly what I feel this game needed. It also gave opportunities for you to have more boss fights, which I haven't actually done any yet outside of the classic mode. Um, and just more representation in the little world they created within this world of light. So I think this World of Light story mode, though I personally feel is not as ambitious as Subspace Emissary, is more than good enough for what this game already, for how much content this already has in it. One thing I am a little disappointed that didn't come back for Smash Ultimate was the target mode. Break the Targets, which is one of my favorite modes to just mess around with in Smash Melee, and Smash 4 completely removed it and instead added Target Blast or whatever, and that was just no fun. I played it like maybe 3 times. I just didn't care. I was hoping they could at least have a happy medium like they did in Smash Brawl, where they have like 5 levels that every single character can just go through. It's not. I was not expecting something like Melee where every single character had their own unique target smash. I was hoping for something more like Brawl, but we didn't get that. We got so much other stuff with spirits with in the games and more section. Classic mode is completely overhauled. Like it's a little disappointing, but it's definitely not detrimental to my experience. There's many other things that I can waste my time with in this game. I'm not worried about target smash. And at the time of making those videos, the main talk was that, and like the main perception was that Smash Ultimate would be essentially an updated port of Smash 4 and Smash 3DS put together with some new content. So I kind of covered my bases there and said I don't necessarily think it is gonna be a port. I do think there was enough time in between games to just make an entirely new game. Clearly there was, but I still said that I wanted them to have pretty much every Smash 4 and Smash 3DS stage in Smash Ultimate. And again, this game just keeps supplying in spades everything I would have wanted, because not only is pretty much every single stage from Smash 4 and Smash 3DS, they don't have that Pac-Man stage, which that's the only stage from the 3DS I would have loved to see in I would have loved to continue fighting on, but like whatever, that's really the only stage that I really for any Smash game. Not only is they're all the 3DS and Wii U stages, pretty much every single stage from any other Smash game was in here. And like I can only think of like 3, maybe. I know Poke Floats is kind of a meme, but like still, there's like maybe 3 stages throughout the entirety of Smash history I would have liked to see in this game. Outside of those 3, I'm even kind of stretching with 3, they have every single stage I've ever loved playing on. Like, it's insane just how much content's in this game. And next, I said I would like there kind of be a mirror mode with Omega Form with an alpha mode where it removes stage hazards and bosses and whatnot. And again, they they turned up again with a mode to turn off stage hazards and a battlefield mode, which I kind of was hoping they would call it an alpha mode since Omega Alpha, but whatever. Again, like, it just gives you this game just gives you so many options. Like, if you're tired on playing Final Destination, I'm probably never gonna pick Final Destination mode for any stage now that I can turn off Hazard or just go to Battlefield mode, because I got really tired of playing on Final Destination mode in Smash 4. Like, there were a lot of good stages in that game, but like there were also, I'm kind of thinking like maybe half of them I, if I wanted to actually be competitive, I just could not play without doing Final Destination. So having the ability to vary it up a bit, having the ability to turn off stage hazard, get rid of the stupid yellow devil. Although I kind of wish they had kept those moving platforms, just gotten rid of the yellow devil, but whatever. Or doing battlefield mode for at least a little bit of variety. I think that was, oh, that is very good. And again, returning stages. I said I would be happy as long as they bring back Green Greens, Peach's Castle, both of the ones from Melee, and Newport City from Brawl. Which Newport City, I was always very, very confused why they didn't bring it back for Smash 4, because that stage would have been perfect for 8-player Smash, but whatever. And yeah, again, they brought back pretty much every single stage you could have possibly wanted into Smash Ultimate. So yeah, those three came back and way more. And then I was pretty much spot on when it came to the new stages that I wanted. I said that it would have been cool. It would be cool if we got a Great Plateau stage, a New Donk City stage, and a Splatoon stage. I said Walleye Warehouse, but we got. I can never remember the name of the stage. Yeah, I can't think of the name of the Splatoon stage we did have, but we did get a Splatoon stage restored, of course. But yeah, specifically Great Plateau and New Donk City like are the names of the stages that we got. So I was pretty much spot on when it came to the Mario Odyssey stage. Like, it kind of going all around New Donk City, kind of like Lumio City. I was expecting a similar thing with Great Plateau. It would be. I was hoping it would be kind of like the Skyloft stage. We were going all around the Great Plateau, but just fighting on that one tower is still pretty cool to me. It does feel a little claustrophobic to play on that stage, especially in 8-player Smash mode, but it's still a really cool stage. And this last one, my last prediction was the one I had was completely shot in the dark. I had no expectations for this to actually be in the game. My final prediction was for there to be something similar to like a Marvel versus Capcom thing where you could have multiple characters per match. Essentially, each character is your stock. You pick 3 characters. Let's say you pick Mario, Luigi, Bowser versus Marth, Roy, Chrom. Sure. And those 3 characters fight each other. And then if you knock out Mario, the next stock is Luigi. And you knock out Luigi, the next stock is Bowser. Like, I was that's something I've honestly kind of wanted ever since Brawl, and the fact that that mode, I was not at all expecting that mode to be in this game, but it is. You can do either 3 or 5 squad strikes, and just when I saw that mode announced in that Smash Direct, I lost it. It was something that I like almost every single person I pitched the idea to thought it would be a cool idea, but they also said it'll probably never happen, but that's a cool idea. And then they did it. Like, from what I can tell, I had never seen any other person on the internet present that idea for Smash Bros. outside of me. And I've just not been looking hard enough, but as far as I could tell, like, I'm not gonna say I willed it into existence, but it kind of feels that way, you know. And yeah, Squad Strike is just, oh, it is a lot of fun. Like, you pick your 3 best characters versus your opponent's 3 best characters, and you just see who's better. Like that's a very very natural way to kind of break up a kind of, if you're, not necessarily getting bored of the just normal fighting mechanics, but you you want just a new way of playing, that's perfect for you. You can play with three different characters in the span of a normal fight, and like you kind of have to adjust your playing style for all three. Unless you pick three basically clone characters, like if you pick um say you pick one heavy character, one light character, and one character who is fully ranged. Like you kind of have to, because like a lot of times when I'm doing a squad strike and I start playing with Captain Falcon, who like he's been my main ever since kind of Brawl, but he's been like my hard main since Smash Four, and I rely on his Falcon kick a lot. If he gets knocked out and I go to a different character, it takes me like a couple of times using down B to remember, oh wait, your down B isn't Falcon kick. And like just those like little things like that, you have to be really, really good at the game. Just really know who these characters are, how to fight with characters, how to adjust your playing style to fight against other different characters, because your opponent also has three different characters you have to deal with. Like I just think this mode in particular is just pretty much this entire game in general is everything I could have wanted minus Target Smash and way more. Like even something like Spirits, which a lot of people are kind of disappointed that the trophies didn't come back, but those apparently took up a lot of time in development. And through Spirits, they have even more representation of different Nintendo and third party characters. So like I'm fine with it. When they were presenting that in that one Smash Direct, I wasn't really super excited. I was not like bored, but I was just kind of confused about what exactly I was looking at. But in practice, Spirits mode is a lot of fun. It is perfect for when you're on a long trip and you just want to mess around in Smash. You don't like feel like just playing against CPUs. You actually feel like you're progressing towards something with these spirits. Also, and then you can take those spirits you acquire through just messing around in the spirit board into World of Light. It's just perfect synergy like that just makes me love this game. And yeah, I it's gonna take a long, long time to grind through every single character's classic mode. And I'm honestly very, very much so looking forward to that, especially since every single character has their own unique kind of storyline for what their classic mode is. Pikachu fights, I think, almost exclusively Pokemon characters. Uh, Villager fights characters who once when they were initially announced, people like saw them as weak or didn't or like were underwhelmed by them or whatnot. And just like little things like that. Like there are so many different variations on how different characters can like with Duck Hunt Dog. I think he fights exclusively animal characters and fights Rathalos at the end. Just little things like that. Like that is so perfect. That little those minute details that just show that Sakurai cares. Just I love this game so much. So yeah, leave comments down below. Like what do you love about this game? Is there anything you don't necessarily like about this game? Is there anything you predicted that wasn't in there? Is there anything you didn't even think about that was put in? Who's your favorite character to fight with? Leave comments about all that and more. I'd like to have a discussion going down there, and I will see you later.